Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another Dragonheir video. Today we're doing a dungeon guide on Grave of Curse. I see a bunch of people asking questions in Discord about how the mechanics work, all that good stuff. And I'm trying to make dungeon guides for all the dungeons here. So I have some stuff on my spreadsheet that may help you with this boss. I did a lot of testing with different debuffs and all sorts of stuff to see what works. These are 4 heroes that work well for this boss if you happen to have them. One is an epic who can remove the shield, and then you have 2 legendaries who can remove the shield, and then you have 1 legendary that can ignore the shield to deal damage. So I tried block buffs, that does not work on the shield. You can dispel the buffs, which is the attack up, but you cannot dispel the shield. All you can do is mitigate damage before the shield. So let me add that, mitigate damage before shield, because that's gonna be the most important part. Basically what happens here, let's go in here, let's go view info. Immune to all CC like every other boss. So deals necrotic damage to all enemies, converting 240% of the damage dealt to the hero's shield for 20 seconds. So you can put defense up. You can reduce the attack of the boss. You can put a shield on your team. Anything you can do to mitigate damage to your team, that means the shield's going to be lower and you're going to be able to deal more damage, okay? And then just deal some damage, and he grants attack up and damage bonus for 18 seconds. So these are the ones I said you can remove if you have remove buffs. So yeah, it says you should have at least 170 accuracy to ensure a high success rate. I like that they tell you the accuracy. Not a lot of games tell you the accuracy. I like that a lot. I'm able to do 6, so I'll show you 6 here. I'll show you the team I'm using. Now, again, I showed you all those other heroes that are good in here. Feel free to use any of those. This is not the team I'm using anymore. Okay, so I was messing around, just trying to make, I was basically just messing around, seeing what debuffs work. So very first thing you're going to want, obviously, is going to be a tank. If you have this tank, he is probably the best here because he can just straight up remove the shield. So it dispels the shield and also inflicts an attack penalty. So pretty cool. He's probably one of the best tanks here. Yeah, okay. If you have a tank with an attack penalty, another thing you can do is you can run the artifact with defense down. That'll help deal more damage to the boss as well. So, all right, I'm putting my girl Hivitar in here. She's just a damage dealer. That's all she's doing for me is damage. Okay. So then I'm putting what's her name? Alekabri. What a weird name. Putting Alekabri in here, and that's because she not only gives a shield, which is going to mean I'm going to take less damage, but she also puts defense up 2, which gives me 60% increased defense for my whole team, and she gives some healing. So this is just going to help me mitigate some of the damage so that the shield is a little bit smaller, and it's going to restore my HP to allow me to stay alive for a while. Okay, next person I'm putting is this girl right here. So exactly what I was saying, this girl ignores the shield. If you don't have her, that's fine. You just may not be able to do as high a level. Or if you have that epic that removes shield, you can use that as well. And then I'm just gonna either put another healer or another damage dealer, whatever you want here. So you kind of just have to out heal everything or out DPS it. You're gonna have to kind of try it for you. You can try, you know, 1 healer, 1 tank, and 3 DPS. And if that doesn't work for you, then swap one of those DPS out for another healer or another buffer if you have defense up, if you have a shield, etc. Let's try this team here with another DPS. Yeah. So here we go. You can see he's got 2 buffs on himself, which is going to mean he's going to deal more damage. Here we go. He's going to do his AoE. So it actually hits quite hard. Sometimes you gotta just make sure you live through that 1 hit, right? And then you can see my tank already removed the shield. Yeah, pretty easy. He removes it pretty quickly. Actually, he's one of the better ones because he has the remove shield on his battle skill and not his ultimate. So he gets it back a little bit sooner because there's the shield. And then you see my tank, he will remove it, or we'll just kill the shield, one of the 2. There, he removed it, or maybe that was just damage, I can't really tell. I think usually I run a 2nd healer in here, but I was just trying to do this boss kind of quick for the video, so you guys can see what's happening. Now, again, just mitigate the damage you take by defense up, shield, whatever. You want plenty of healing in here, and you want either a way to remove the shield, or you just want to just go all out damage and just break the shield. So those are kind of your options here. You can also go look and see what other people are doing in these dungeons. So this means I might die. Yeah, we just lost like everyone. Okay. So I think I normally run 2 healers in here is what I normally do. So, okay. So again, if you're dying like that, then you just need another healer, right? So you can also just do it slowly. As long as you have enough mitigation to not die from the shield, his attack that generates the shield, then you kind of just you know, live through it and do whatever you want here. So what I'll do now is I'll just throw in another healer, and now you'll see it'll just be a little bit slower, but I have 2 healers now. So yeah, you can see now we have a lot more healing. The other healer I have also blocks debuffs, but he doesn't put any debuffs, so that's no problem there. So, alright, he's about to use his ultimate. You can see we'll take same amount of damage here. Boom, takes a lot of damage, but now I have 2 healers, so we're just going to keep everyone at 100% HP the whole fight, so it won't really matter, right? Kind of got to feel it out with your team. If you have, like, some people just go crazy nuke, and they just try to kill the boss as fast as possible, and then you don't need a lot of support. Or you go really high support, and you just kill the boss slowly, right? So those are your options. Those are your options. The sets in here are the defensive sets. So, you know, for your tanks and supports and stuff like that. The other dungeon that I already made a guide on, but I am going to redo the guide because I found a really good trick for the other one with those poison wisps. But yeah. Just trying to make some dungeon guides here. This one, this dungeon is a lot harder than the other dungeon, in my opinion. Especially if you don't have any of those heroes who can remove shields or ignore shields. It's quite hard. So I'm using a lot of healing here. I got that paladin girl, whatever her name is, Asilia or something, I think. Oh, I should have the damage screen up. This girl does a lot of damage here. Hivitar just does a lot of damage in general. So I'm using her, and I'm using obviously the 3 Frost team here to give me that 3-piece bonus. I can maybe get away with just using Asilia or whatever his name is as my tank and healer, but obviously this tank removes the shield and he puts attack down, so I like both of those things he does. I do need to book him out because he doesn't have a 100% chance to land the attack down and stuff. Right now there's no attack down, so I need to book him out. Books are so expensive though. So expensive. Books are so expensive for Legos, so... Again, it is a long fight, just because the method I'm doing it, you know. Ideally, I'd have a AoE shield and I put it on before, and then maybe I could mitigate the entire shield. But you can see, boom, actually my tank removed the shield there, so that was kind of nice. He removed it very quickly. It's kind of RNG, I mean, because for him, it's his battle skill, so you can't control it even if they're on manual, right? So, it's kind of RNG that he uses his battle skill when the shield first goes up. See if he removes it. So she just ignores it. You can see the whole health pool goes down and the shield. He was not able to remove that one, looks like. Yeah, because he just took a second one. So he wasn't able to remove it, but Felicia just kind of attacks through the shield. So for me, it doesn't really matter that much if I miss the remove on the shield. Again, mitigating it's probably the best way. If you can totally mitigate the shield, like if you have a really big shield for your whole team, and defense up, maybe you could just totally mitigate the shield completely. But otherwise, you have to take the damage, and then you have to remove the shield, or just damage through the shield, one of the two. The defense up 2 on Ella Kembre, or whatever her name is pretty solid. But you can do AoE shield, defense up, and attack down. Those are the best 3 ways to mitigate basically the damage taken here. I got a lot of healing in this team. Lots of healing. This dungeon is definitely one of the harder dungeons in my opinion. The boss hits quite hard, and that shield is really big if you can't mitigate it or remove it. Here we go, we're almost done. I'll show you the sets that drop in here as well. I got a couple sets. Ella Kembre has some of these sets on her. I think maybe my little paladin girl does as well. So there we go. I'll show you the damage screen. This is one of the sets. I like this set. This is my favorite set out of here, the HP and defense. I think it's just really good for mitigating. So you can see I did a lot of healing. My new little paladin girl did a lot, and Ella Kembre did some healing as well, and the defense up. And then you can see the damage. She did the most damage. She did almost 50% of the party damage. So if you do have her, she's really good in here. And then if you have this tank, he's really good. And then just, you know, whatever else for damage slots. So let me show you the other sets that are in here real quick. And then that's going to be it for the video. So we got the HP and defense set. And we got the HP and resistance set. Not amazing. This one's not amazing. Let's see if we go to like 9. They have... heals the hero by 10% after the wearer unleashes their ultimate. That's actually really nice. The wearers take 10% of the damage for all allies. Interesting. That's an interesting one for the legendary set. But, okay. That's Grave of Curse. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope that was useful for you guys. That's it. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.